What's up, guys? We're in the driveway and we're about to drive to New Mexico. If you didn't know, we're in Tennessee, but I have everything packed. Let me try to get a good angle on this. I can't really see what I'm seeing because the sun is reflecting off my screen. But yeah, let me just take it off my head. We got some interview clothes in case we want to get a job on the weekends instead of door dashing. And then we got some visors that we're gonna put up on top of these windows right here so we can keep the windows cracked and the rain won't get in. Yeah, I'm gonna go over everything. Ah, come on, sweat bees. Get off me. But you can see the pillow and the sleeping bag back there. We got some low-calorie snacks. These are really good. Let me show you guys these real quick. Let me put you on. These are amazing. Only 120 calories, or 90 calories. Wait, it says 90 right there, but it's 120. So per 28 pieces is 120 calories, which is what I usually do for like my serving or whatever. But yeah, we got our skillet to cook our meat on. We're probably gonna buy that daily and cook it. We got a chair, some calisthenic stuff. Yeah, just some quality gear, man. I think I'm gonna cook some of this today, maybe not. I just wanted to bring some of the eggs that I have in the fridge because I don't want to waste them. I don't know how long they can stay in the car during the drive. We also have a pound of meat. I know this can't really stay out long, but it's cold still. And it's not really catching the sun. And like, really, if any bacteria grows on it, can I not just like cook it and then it just be like dead, the bacteria? Like, will it not just kill the bacteria? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it for the car setup. I'll show it like when we get to a gym so we can shower and shave and stuff like that. It's been like 24 hours since I slept. I haven't slept since 10 p.m. yesterday. No, 5 p.m. right? Yeah, because we trained jiu-jitsu today. So 5 p.m. till now we haven't slept. I guess it hasn't even been 24 hours. Wow. This whole time I thought I've been up for 24 hours. I'm acting like it. I'm acting like I'm sleep deprived. Anyway, we'll catch up later.
'Cause I love you for infinity. I love you for infinity. 'Cause I love you.
Okay, at this point we have the car set up. This is what it looks like when it's time to rest. I don't want to advertise that really, but got hydration back here, baby. But this is a nice rest stop. I'm gonna run over here. So we've already cooked some beef. We got about 3 servings of sirloin tip, cooked well done. Got 5 eggs with avocado oil. And the last step is to cook this burger that we brought with us because we don't want it to go bad. We already have the oil in here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the patty in there. That ignites it. Oh yeah. All right. We'll let that sit for about 4 minutes, but this is what we're doing before we do our next thing. All right, so we just got done cooking. It's in the trunk. So we got a burger, 5 eggs, and 3 1/3 pound. My watch is going off. Oh, it's 432. The frequency of the earth, 432 hertz. But we have 3 servings of 1/3 pound of sirloin tip. So we're pretty prepped for tomorrow. Because that plus 2 protein shakes is about all we eat in a day. Unless we work out for an hour. And that gives us like an extra 300 calories. But I'm gonna start shutting up and shutting down. Act like I'm not here. No need to advertise what I'm doing though. To the public at least. Alright, so we just spent an hour and a half laying down and sort of napping. The whole time I was sweating profusely, and I was learning to let the sweat cool me down. Like, I realized that the sweat actually felt good, and it was doing what it was supposed to do. But what felt like 15 minutes at most turned out to be an hour and a half once I got out of the car. So it's kind of freaky. I'm guessing I got a power nap in without actually having like REM sleep, which is cool. I think we're good to drive though. So we've been driving for about 4 hours and 20 minutes exactly, which is funny because I wanted to record it like just now, and I don't know if I can flip the camera, but maybe you can see that. But my timer says 4 hours and 20 minutes, average 65 miles per hour. But we've been driving for that long, and I've been up for 26 and a half hours. I would really like to sleep at a rest stop, but it's just so hot. So I kind of feel like I'm a snake or like a rabbit or something in the desert that can't sleep in the sun and has to only sleep at nighttime. That's kind of how I have to become. Like, if I had a spirit animal, or let's say I have a spirit animal already, I don't know what that would be, but I'm going to have to change it to like a rabbit or a snake in the desert, because there's just no way that I can sleep in this car with a flannel sleeping bag in the daytime. So whenever I get to New Mexico, training at Jackson Wink, hopefully, ideally, I'm going to have to be doing stuff during the day and sleeping at night like a real, or like a common creature. Because I've had like 6, I think this is my 6th 30-hour wake cycle. So I've been staying up 30 hours and sleeping like 12 to 15. This is like my 6th one this month in the past 24 days. So I'm going to have to stop doing that. I plan on doing, or I guess I should say, I plan on stopping doing that once I got up here, since I'd have like a schedule to abide by. But yeah, it's now a definite that I have to get back to sleeping regularly. I mean, it'll be easier it's easier to do things when your circumstances force you to do them. So we'll just keep rocking and rolling with that. Okay, so I've gotten pretty tired. I guess we're going to take a nap, but before we take a nap at this rest stop that says no overnight parking, we're going to grab our shower bag and go brush our teeth, shave our face, and use some mouthwash. Damn it. Rest area closed. Is there a water fountain? No, bro. You can't blame me for trying. Okay, so the next rest stop isn't for another 48 minutes, which kind of freaking sucks. I was gonna go into Lowe's, or not Lowe's, but Love's. But I didn't think it'd be appropriate to bring a camera into the bathroom because I'm sure there's urinals right in front of the mirror, and there wasn't a good parking spot for me to tent up. So we're just gonna tough it out until we get to this rest stop over here on I-40 West. Boy, do I feel refreshed. We hit Love's, another one, and we shaved, brushed our teeth, used mouthwash, put on some deodorant, and washed our face, fixed our hair, and I feel great. The only sucky thing is that we only have enough money now after getting gas and buying 3 Red Bulls. We only have enough money for the training membership at Jackson Wink MMA Academy, and also gas to get there, and a gym membership to like shower and shave and stuff like that. So we have enough for MMA, gym membership, and gas to get there, and that's it. We can't buy any more fuel, no more food. If we want to get food, we'll have to DoorDash to get it. We have a few servings, or a couple servings of that beef, the sirloin tip still left. We got some extra eggs, and we have a hamburger patty that's about 430 calories. So right now we're pretty stout. We're looking good with like 8 Powerades too, and a couple gallons of water. We're provisioning pretty well, I think. We splurged a little bit because we realized that we had some extra money since gas is a little cheaper than we thought. So that's cool. Yeah, we're getting there. No more splurging. And we're going to keep on trucking on. Can you see that I cut myself though? I cut myself twice. On my freaking lip and on my jaw. It took chunks of my flesh off. Not like big chunks, but still. That's a piece of face I'm gonna miss. Anyway, it'll grow back. Okay, so we're in the restroom at a rest stop. Anyway, I have the car blacked out, all the windows are blocked, and it's about time to go to sleep. We have a 15.5-hour drive ahead of us, and if we complete it now, we'll get there at 12 p.m. So the plan is I sleep 12 hours, and then I get there at midnight. So it's 10:41 p.m. right now, and if I sleep till 10:41 a.m., I'll get there around midnight, and then we can sleep until the morning or DoorDash through the night and get a gym membership and go from there. I think the first class is at like 10:30 though, or I think it might be a little earlier since it's Thursday. I really have no clue, but I'm gonna get out of here though. I just didn't want to make the video outside because people are sleeping and I didn't want to be loud. Alright, we're back on the road after some really good sleep. The sleep was on and off. Like every 3 or 4 hours I'd wake up because I'd have dreams of like bugs crawling on me. I don't know if they were dreams or hallucinations. I think partly it was hallucinations from oxygen deprivation because my windows and doors were closed all night and I was just recycling the same air. I'm not sure if that's extremely healthy or not. I don't think it's like gonna kill me or anything. I know that sounds like dangerously unhealthy, but I was opening the doors every now and then to let oxygen flow back through. I just didn't want to let the windows down and have cockroaches or ants or any other type of bugs smell the food that's in my car and crawl in and start fucking me up. But we're back on the road. We got about 15 hours and 12 minutes, and we're looking to get there at 11 p.m. Just like we planned. About an hour earlier, actually. But oh, and I forgot to mention, we have a coffee cup right here. It's an electric mug, so it's plugged into the car and is heating up. I used some Nestle's instant coffee, and we had, I don't know if you can see that purple bag, but it's Quaker Oats rice cakes, and it's the chocolate versions, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that was our breakfast, and we ate a serving of these at like midnight because I woke up and I was starving, or I was like craving carbohydrates, I guess. So we just replenished some fuel with those. All right, we stopped at Planet Fitness because I wanted to get a workout in. It's gonna delay our trip by about an hour because that's how long I plan on working out. Maybe an hour and a half because I want to shower and do my hygiene and stuff like that again. So, but let's go get a pump in, dude. All right, we did hygiene and worked out for about 30 minutes, which gives us about 250 calories to eat extra. So we're about to eat to that effect. And to refuel, we have a protein shake and 2 eggs. By the way, I paid $20 for the day pass to that Planet Fitness, but it was definitely worth it. I feel like $1 million. Though that might seem contradictory to what I've said before about not being able to afford any more fuel or gas or anything, but I think it's because we're getting better gas mileage than anticipated. Like, look at this. Look how sick this is. I could post this on Snapchat with a bunch of hard eyes. 42.1 miles per gallon. I mean, come on. What? Can you ask for anything better? Like, you couldn't get... I mean, I guess you could get something better out of a hybrid, but screw the batteries, you know what I mean? Unless you have one, then they're awesome. All right, so we pulled over on I-40. We were actually on Route 66 for quite some time, which sucks. It's like a really long, sort of dangerous road. I think it's like famous for making deals with the devil on. I don't know. But we're about 7 hours away in Oklahoma, and I am just chilling out while the rain passes because I just can't see, and parts of the road were flooded, so it's just too dangerous for me. Like, there were semi-trucks in the other lanes with their hazard lights on, so I'm just not even gonna fool around with it. Hopefully it'll pass within the next like hour or two, like 2 at most. I seen that there was like a tornado watch, so I don't know. Hopefully we don't get Dorothy'd away. But in the meantime, we're gonna snack on our burger patty, some Body Armor, and a low-calorie cookie. Or I guess it's a brownie. There's cookies, but these are brownies. Oh, baby.
Welcome to New Mexico.
Why was the sign covered, man? All right, so we made it to New Mexico, and we're in front of Jackson Wink MMA Academy right now. I just got done with 2 classes, one for wrestling and one for striking, but that's the building. It's arguably the best MMA academy in the country. I guess it's pretty close with like 2 others, but you know, they're arguably the best. So I definitely enjoy the classes, and we'll be back in, well, my watch is in the trunk now that I think about it, but we'll be back in about 4 hours. I guess we'll go find some steak to cook at Walmart.